years and years. Um, which I can't remember when I actually first played this on the, I think it was the PS3, I think. Not too sure. At least I think it was, or something. Again, I can't remember because that was years ago. But I remember that. Oh, come on. Yeah, so, I remember that not everyone lived. I think basically most of them, most of the characters died, when I last played Until Dawn. The one in the, basement, or something, the one that got, like, dragged down into the basement actually did die. So she got killed. And then most of them at the end actually did die because the problem was, you know what I mean? Like that. You had to, like, have the controller like that, and you had to, like, have the motion thing with the controller. That was shit. I did not like that. I didn't. There's a reason why I didn't like the motion controller. Because it was like, you know, like this or whatever. Like you had to keep it straight or something. During the don't breathe parts. So you easily got killed trying to get through it. So I'm gonna show. Unfortunately. So you have two different ones. You've got the motion controller like that, which is basically like this and trying to keep it steady and whatever. The traditional controller is more to do with like choices, interactions, and combat. Use traditional stick controls, which is a bit better. So when you actually first started off with Until Dawn years ago, it was the motion controls. You couldn't change it back then. But at least now you can change it, which I'm proud of. So I'm actually revisiting this game to see if I can do better, if I can beat the game with everyone surviving, instead of dying. So if they survive, then that's good enough for me. So you barely do have a lot of collectibles that you have to pick up. I remember this game was, you know, big. The game was massive, and it still is, because when you go through the game, um, well, it's long. It's massive. You don't exactly have chapters, if you get what I mean. You have to, like, play it from the get-go, such, because again, you don't have chapters, which is clearly disappointing. So I'm gonna try and see if we can keep everybody alive, until the very end or something like that, because they all have to survive. So the thing is, if I end up as a character and I hear a voice or something, to do with like, you know, like the person in the basement, that means do not go for it. like, do not listen to that voice, because listening to that voice means that person would die, if they follow it. So that means once you basically do start to follow that voice, you're stuck. You can't go back. So you have to go the other direction, you know what I mean? You have to follow everybody instead of like just disappearing and getting killed that way. So yeah, we're gonna focus on Until Dawn, and try to survive. Now, maybe Ward is a long game. It don't actually have a chapter select. It's a shame, really. I think they should update this game and put a chapter select, so then you can select from that chapter in case you go wrong. So, like, when you do go wrong, then you can go back to that chapter and redo it. You know what I mean? To get your choice perfectly done. So this game is a good game, to be honest. It is. It's fantastic. It's a good horror. It definitely scared me when I was younger. So So for anyone that hasn't played this, I would recommend playing it. There's a reason why I put the music off, and that's because of copyright. I don't play games on YouTube with copyright music or whatever, any sort of music, because I know how YouTube are with the copyright stuff. So, yeah. So apparently this is about, you know, two people at the start. They go missing, and so on. And the characters learn about this legend and so on, so they end up at this cabin as well. So that's clearly how the story goes. Yeah, so two characters do die at the start, like every other. Well, usually in every other Dat Pictures game, you know, the two always die. But in this one dies at the start. Only one. The other one does survive. Yeah, so only one person survives this. Yeah, so only one person survives in basically at the start. The others actually die. Now, she's one of the characters that goes missing. Hannah is one of the characters that goes missing, and then there's another one that actually does go missing. Because there is two girls that actually do go missing at the start. Like, they go out somewhere, and then they, like, you know, something happens in the woods and whatever, and they fall, and bam. But you never know, you know, because when you actually, well, apparently they don't actually die straight away, apparently, so, I mean, you have got things to pick up, like, notes and such. You know what I mean? Actually, I need to, like, apparently it's not showing what it's saying, so sidebar text. All playing, okay, that helps. Yeah, so apparently, yeah, so apparently I put the overlay so you can see what it says. Hannah, you look so damn hot in the shirt, but I bet you're even hotter out of it. Come to the guest room at 2 a.m. Mike. XXX. So apparently that's what it says on there. I put the overlay for a reason so people can see what it says. Because, well, you get the idea. It is a good game. It is horror related. If you're actually scared of, like, say, survival horror in a way, this is the game for you. Because you would not be disappointed by this game. So if you interact with too many objects, then you die in this. So you have to be careful on what you interact with. Like, really careful. Yeah, so huh. Okay, so alright, like Josh, I'm gonna wait Josh, because I'm not an asshole. Yeah, so in a way, most people are not jerks or something, so...
What's going on? Where's my sister going? It's fine.
Yeah, so apparently the two girls are sisters. So the two girls are sisters. One of them's run off, and the other one's not very happy because... Yeah, Beth is not happy because Hannah ran off. So in a way, she's not happy about it. There is a lot of time sequences. Save. Alright, follow noise, follow footprints.
Damn it, Hannah. Where are you?
Right, touch.
Hannah!
So apparently you do search around like this. There is certain things to pick up and such. I did hear that there was gonna be like a remake to this. But I think it was going to be 2-player, I think. Now I'm not sure when that one will come out. But I think it works if they're going to have a chapter select or something. So apparently that is basically supposed to be one of the deaths, but it's actually not really a death. I played this. They do survive the fall. But what you find later is even more disturbing. When you do actually get to a certain point, like you learn a lot more about them, like what actually happened after the fall, because it explains more about them, you know, like where they end up in the end.
Oh my god, you must be freezing. Here, take my coat.
Now the guy chasing them isn't really a monster, he's more of, you know, trying to warn them or something. Yeah, so he's mainly the guy that's trying to warn them about being out in the wilderness like this.
No! No! Shit! No! Get back! Fuck! No!
So the thing is about this guy, he fights off Wendigos, which is basically a monster you see in the game later on. So that's why he was using the flamethrower. That's what that flamethrower is. It's one of those survivors. See, he's trying to reach for help. Drop Hannah.
I'm so sorry.
So she's trying to like let go so she can like reach up. I mean, no matter what, something always happens to them. So I mean, no matter what you do with them, you know, either one goes in the end. So yep. Now he's actually in the other Dirt Picture games as well, because he's the creator. Now sometimes you do see him in the game now and again. In the background, he does show up. So if you see him in the background, that means you spotted him, and that means you got lucky. He does it random though. So if you do spot him, then that's like an Easter egg that you just spotted him. So the person you play as is, well, the one in the scene at the moment, the one you are playing as right now is Josh. He's the one that's not all up there. The reason he's not all up there is because something happened. You know, he started seeing a doctor or something because it's about his mental health. So as the story goes on, you notice strange things happening in the room as things change. I mean, you get what I mean. It makes me happy. Well, it doesn't feel uneasy. What made you happy? It's peaceful. You'd hear by yourself. Yes, it would. Was haunted. Ooh, I'd be scared. So the next time you see him, he does ask Josh again, so about more stuff. So he does this all the time. He goes towards the window, and every single time, you know, Josh talks to, basically the doctor talks with Josh. That's when it goes through. So this is made by Sony, the same ones that actually made the PlayStation, but Supermassive Games is basically the ones that were actually created this game, and they are great. They are great at making this, which is probably why it's mostly behind them, because they make sure the game is awesome, even though some games end up with like bugs or something. But they try their best, and the games turn out great in the end. Because, you know, like the Man of Medan, I loved it, but I actually loved the scary smile of the Sailor Girl. The next game after that, basically the Little Hope, it was more of like split personality wise, like, you know, a person wasn't all up there and was seeing these things. It didn't really have any scary elements to that. And then the next game after that, House of Ashes, Well, it didn't feel scary because it didn't get me by the jump scares and such, but it was definitely a good game. Um, it definitely was actually great with these vampire things as well, due to like a curse and such. So there's that, um, which is great. So there's that. Um, And then the Quarry trailer, it looks interesting because actually when I watched the trailer of House of Ashes, I didn't like it because it didn't show what some of the best parts, unlike the others. So that's why I wasn't keen at first, but I did like it in the end. So with the Quarry, which is basically one of the games they made as well. Now that one, the trailer looks great. I don't know much about it, but it looks great. It's like in the woods. So it's to do with them. In other words, it's basically sort of similar to Until Dawn. Instead of like being more in the snow area, instead of like being more in the snow area like Until Dawn, you're more in a forest area, which is still sort of creepy like Until Dawn, but we don't know who is the big enemies. All I know it's more of to do something with cannibals or something. Something like that, like maybe a family or something. It's to do with like trapping people and eating them alive or something like that, which is basically similar to, like the Wendigos in Until Dawn. It's kind of similar. Except the Wendigos is more of starvation rather than cannibals because starvation means you've lost all that insanity up there and you start to eat people. Except with the Quarry, it's the other way around, it looks like, from what I've seen. It looks more like, it's a house of people that, invite people and they eat people that come around. That's what it looks like from the trailer I've seen. Um, so it doesn't look bad. So apparently I don't know who the big bad butcher is yet. So that's new. Because I reckon there is a butcher in the game. But aside from that, I don't know if there actually is any monsters yet. I'm assuming there might be some monsters. At the moment, I don't know. Um, at the moment, I have absolutely no idea. So, um, we could just wait and see what happens in the end. I mean, we might or might not. It depends, really. So, yeah. So at the moment, my glasses just looks like it's sort of saving up or something. I mean, it happens with glasses. You know what I mean? Because when you get glasses, they just, I don't know. They're just sort of like funny in a way. So there's a reason why I wear glasses. Play games. One, it's my eyes. Well, not because my eyes are bad, it's because, because my eyes aren't really that bad. It's more to do with, if you suffer from epilepsy, you can't have blue light shining on your eyes, because it makes you have a migraine. So at the moment, my eyes have gone a bit funny, so I have to make sure my glasses are completely see-through, so that I have to wipe them clean. it is a pain because this is the only way for my eyes to adjust. Sometimes, you know, if my eyes do go a bit funny, I have to take a break or something. I have to walk out the room or something like that. Like, wet my eyes or something like that. So, this is what I have to do. So, at the moment, my eyes are a bit, you know, like when you get that thing where the screen doesn't look fully, you know, full on screen yet, because a bit of your eyes just, I don't know, your eyes just go funny sometimes. It just happens. So, I have to make sure my glasses are fine. They're not dirty or something, because that makes my eyes go weird. That better? It's a little bit weird. Okay, so it's not my glasses that are the issue, it's... Again, I think it's just because my eyes need, something or something, so I have to wet my eyes, so they adjust or something, probably. Then I put my glasses back on, and then they feel fine again. I think it's because my eyes are always dry, so I can't always make my eyes wet or something because it's something in my eye. Because sometimes, you know, like when you play a game or something, your eyes go weird or whatever, and you start a little bit blurry. That's what happens with me. So it usually takes a while to adjust, and such, so there's that. So apparently what I'm going to do, I'm gonna like take like a lap around the house, you know, for my eyes to, you know, kick in better or something. Like I want to like drench my eyes out. And then walk back in and then see if my eyes look better. I think it's just like my eyes sometimes need a rest, I think. So I'm gonna leave the stream right here, the game right here. So I will be back in a minute if my eyes come back. So yeah. Uh, my eyes are going funny. Um, so apparently these, you know, the frames in the glasses is starting to not work for me that well. I think it's because I'm getting older. I probably have to wear new new glass lenses or something to suit my eyes. Because my eyes at the moment are a bit. So this is evidence that these glass frames are not working at the moment because my eyes always change. Um, they always seem to change. So I always have to see the person in order to swap my glasses out. Now the thing is, I don't want to wear any new glasses because I love these glasses. They have flowers on them. So it's the reason I'm actually playing till dawn right now. I'm gonna have my tea and then see if my eyes adjust back or something. And if they do, then that's good news. So again, I'm just waiting a while until I can. So anyone that's in the stream, say hi and such. Maybe have a last massive chat in the stream. Until my eyes have adjusted, and yeah, well, it probably might not take long, I think, or it might do, or might not, I don't know yet. The only thing is, I don't actually want to sleep because that usually sometimes does my eyes good, but it's funny because I'm actually tired. I just don't feel like sleeping. So. So apparently my eyes at the moment are a bit, when you have that blur spot in your eye. So even wearing the glasses, I see a bit of a blur. It's like I was looking at the clock downstairs. My eyes were not seeing the full clock altogether yet. It was like bits of it. So at the moment I can see still. I just need I think an improvement or something to make my eyes adjust better when gaming. So I have to see an appointment person to test my eyes. And such, and then and try to get prescription lenses for my glasses, so then I can see better, so I can adjust better. It would be good for blue light still, which is what these glasses are used for gaming and such. So apparently when I get my new lenses, that will have all of that, plus able to adjust better to, adjust my eyes better to the computer and games and such. So I think that will work better, so that means I have to take my glasses in so they can work on it. So that's why I'm waiting a while. Probably, I'm probably gonna have my burgers or something like that, and then after my burgers, maybe I'll continue playing this. But if not, then if it doesn't, then I might have to take a snooze or whatever, to rest my eyes a bit so that they adjust again, and then start the stream again, so then the my eyes look perfectly fine. So yeah, so I'm hoping I'm not too much longer. I hope. So if my eyes if they still feel a bit blurry, then I will end the stream and go to bed early. I probably would ruin my sleep though, because it's that time on my clock. So I'd probably end up having to sleep problem later on, because it usually happens to me. So yeah, there's nothing really I can do about my eyes. So I'm hoping it doesn't take too much longer. I hope. But then again, I do feel like I actually want to rest my eyes a bit more, and then continue the story or something. So, yeah, so apparently I think I'll probably have a burgers or whatever, like, wait a while and then go to bed to rest my eyes. So I think I'm gonna, like, end the stream right here for a bit, and then maybe if my eye thing adjusts or whatever, then maybe I'll stream later on, or if not, then I might stream tomorrow morning or something like that, I think. I mean, it clearly depends on my eyes. Um, so, so it depends. So, yeah, so thanks for anyone that's joined or something and actually watched a bit of it. And I am sorry I can't do the full thing because my eyes are acting funny, so, yeah, so stay tuned for the next one.